That was quick.
Oh, that was quick. Hello, good evening, and welcome to another live stream with me, Paul.
Me, Jason.
Together,
Those vegan guys.
For those of you not aware, we do a live every week, Saturday, Friday, Sunday. So this week is Saturday, 8:30 mukbang. Next week will be Friday, 9 o'clock, sat in the lounge, maybe a bit of live music. And the week after will be Sunday, 3 p.m. in the kitchen, probably cooking something.
Yes. Indeed you do.
So a great big massive welcome to you all. We're having quite a simple dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Actually, I've done canary and potatoes, although they haven't got much of the salt dusting. I don't think I put enough in the pan.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad
No,
thing.
I know. So we've got new potatoes cooked in their skins. We've got a yellow stickered plant-based Kiev from Sainsbury's, and we've got a pre-shitted salad.
Yes.
And we've got red and green mojo sauces that we made on last Sunday's live. So there you go.
Thoroughly looking forward to this. Welcome one, welcome all. We're not going to dwell on it. Salute to our mods and also Paul, who was on it as well, and myself. I salute myself. We've been visited by some trolls, some lovely trolls. Thank you, one and all.
They don't even put the effort in these days.
Half-assed. Do you know what I mean? Half-assed. Anyway, they're sad individuals who'll die alone. I'll say no more, because they bring out the worst in me sometimes, and I'm generally quite a calm, chilled person for the most part. But yin and yang, when I go, I go. You know what I mean? Anyway.
So there is dinner.
Shift my head out of the way, see if that helps.
Kiev and potatoes and a very simple salad, really, with just mixed leaves, baby plum tomatoes and red onion, dressed with Sainsbury's Be Good to Yourself French style dressing, which is clearly marked vegan.
Yes. We have a lovely Chianti from Tesco's. I shall show you that now. As is often the case, for those of you who are regulars, know we do enjoy a glass of red.
I've got to do the meals vlog segment. We did a meals vlog segment yesterday at Molino Lounge in Oldham. Cheers, Flanny.
Cheers, Flanny.
You'll see the vlog. You mentioned in the vlog.
The food does look lush, Sue.
Hello, my loves. It's Saturday night and it's mukbang night. Look, there's all Gradley folk all there in chats. We're having canary and potatoes again, a yellow stickered Kiev from Sainsbury's, and a pre-shitted salad, mixed leaves, baby plum tomatoes and red onion with Sainsbury's Be Good to Yourself French style dressing, and the mojo sauces that we made on last Sunday's live in the kitchen, which go beautifully with potatoes. Up is there.
Hello.
There. Ooh, I'm filming myself on there. Hiya. Right. So yeah, a short segment, my loves. But there is our dinner on Saturday night. Perhaps you joined us. Maybe you're there right now.
Flanny's there. Nice one, Flanny.
Oh, there.
Cool. Fabulous. Leanne has just popped in to say hi. I'm out for Mum's birthday with low signal, so we'll be popping in and out where I can.
Oh, bless you. You don't have to, though. Chill out and enjoy your mum's birthday.
Yeah.
Could I have a one?
Of course, good sir.
Because we've had a load of hateful, homophobic trolls ascend on the channel this evening, probably from Tattle, maybe from my After Diagnosis blog. You never know where these folk come from, do you? I've switched the chat to subscribers only, just so as you know.
Yes, there we go. Slightly, mildly celebratory this evening.
Yeah, we've got rid of the right-wing nut jobs in this country. Goodbye, Tory party. You've ruined this country after 13 years, and I'm so glad that everybody woke up and we see the back of you. However, Keir Starmer's got to pull his socks up now and do some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt.
Because it like all his 10 policies that he came up with when he became leader, there's only 8 of them still. There's 8 of them already gone. So
yeah, but
let's see what he does.
In terms of a general election, it was a pretty good result, I think. We're not going to talk politics for the whole evening. Do not worry. Please do not worry. But we have to touch on it, don't we? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think what's also great is that the Lib Dems had a lot of success and the Greens had a lot of success. So they will be holding Labour to account in Parliament. Yeah, happy days. It feels like we've turned a corner and we in the UK might be heading in a slightly more positive direction.
I hope so.
Yes.
Oh, she squirted.
Oh, I was just about to say watch out for the squirtage. I think I don't know what to do with these sauces. I might just
dip your taters in them.
Well, yeah, dipping's probably going to be better and easier, isn't it? You know. Let's see what people are saying whilst we tuck in. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm going to cut this all up into little pieces.
Thank you, Linda. Cats, yes, absolutely. I mean, you know, no one's denying there's a lot of work to do, but great things can be achieved with the right people.
Dorcas, you're not wrong, love. Lots of table wobblage.
Yeah,
it's this.
I don't know why it's set up the same as it always is.
I know.
Yeah.
It's because you haven't pulled that. Pull that up to the edge. It comes up to the edge always. There we go.
I did that, and it seemed like it was leaning too much.
Well, that's how it's supposed to be. Look how much better that looks.
Ah, it's like monkey brain. What more can I say? It's like I've done it for the first time. It's not, is it? It's not the first time. Anywho, how has everyone's weekend been? We hope you're all having a nice one anyway. Alice, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live. Yeah. I think, you know what it is a lot of the time? People are get really upset with wonderful, positive communities full of beautiful human beings.
It's because they don't.
When they're scum and they're disgusting, they just can't understand it. Like Paul said, they're like, oh.
All the potatoes are cooked perfectly.
Yeah, they are gorgeous. Yeah.
Let's try out some bit of chicken Kiev with green one.
KH, was it a nice walk?
David, have you guys been to Morrison's lately? My local one. It's been removing some vegan stuff. Oh dear.
I think we mentioned it before, haven't we, when we've been doing shopping vlogs and stuff. I think a lot of the supermarkets in the UK, there's been such a surge over the last couple of years in vegan products. I think they've kind of plateaued, and now they're like reassessing what's popular, what isn't, you know, ebbs and flows, as it were.
David is there.
Cheers.
Cheers, love.
Cheers, one and all.
So yeah, here's to getting rid of the Tories.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'll cheers that. Not just getting rid of them, decimated. They were decimated. Let's not beat around the bush.
They were. It's funny. I was watching. I can't remember what YouTube video it was today, but they were basically saying that a lot of the people that voted Labour didn't vote Labour because they wanted Labour. It was purely a tactical thing to get the Tories out because they don't necessarily trust Labour either. But I hope Labour prove themselves. I really do.
Well, we'll see. Only time will tell.
It will.
But like I said before, the fact that we've got some really great politicians from the Lib Dems and the Greens that are hopefully going to hold them to account and call out their BS when they need to call it out, which is a good thing. It's the best position, and I'm no expert, but it's the best position we've been in British politics in a very, very long time, isn't it? I feel.
Well, since, was it 97 last time Labour were in? Got in, Tory Blair.
I'm not
I
sure.
think that was 97.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, just the potatoes and the sauces alone are just delightful. So, 102 in the house. Welcome, one and all. Just to put it out there for anybody that's new to the channel, and is here for the right reasons. This is a channel about building people up. We try and keep things as positive as we can, but we're a down-to-earth channel. We're a lifestyle channel, and we keep things real. Do you know what I mean? That's just how it is. Oh, and we reserve the right to block and ban anybody we see fit.
And quite a few tonight.
Oh, yeah, summery as well.
It is.
Fingers crossed, Dorcas. Yeah. I feel relief, at least we have a government that now seems to have the people's best interests at heart, a not-for-profit for my chum's organisation. Yeah. Well, this is it, isn't it?
Angela. Gravy with salad. Liz, what are you on about, love? You don't have gravy with salad.
Maybe some people do, but that's not.
We don't.
That's not in our world. No. No worries, Ashley. Delightful.
Tony, we've just always mukbang in the kitchen. We just always have. Our meals vlog is us having our standard dinner where we would watch the telly, which is why we're in the lounge. Except on Christmas Day. Then we eat in here.
Yeah.
Don't we?
Ava, I don't think I could really say that I have a particular favourite barbecue sauce, if I'm honest with you. But maybe that's just because I've had quite a few just generic barbecue sauces over the years. I think I'd even
It's not something we buy.
No, it isn't really, is it?
No.
We're big on our hot sauces, of course, as many of you know. I think I'd struggle to choose my favourite hot sauce, to be honest. If I was, put on the spot, I would genuinely struggle because we've had so many and there's so many great ones out there. Angela says, as long as the gravy doesn't touch the salad. Yeah, you'd need some kind of barrier, wouldn't you? You'd have to create some kind of divide.
I wouldn't. I just can't ever see me sitting down to anything with gravy and salad.
No, it's not us. Each to their own, though,
And you don't have gravy with a Kiev because it's got all that lovely garlic butter inside. You drown it out with gravy. I'll have a word with Liz when I see her.
Nice. Proper nice. Yeah, I was saying to Paul about an hour or so ago, and it's always the same when Mukbang Saturday rolls round because we're eating slightly later than we would normally do. I was about 45 minutes ago, I was like, oh, I'm right hungry now. I was well ready for this, like seriously.
You know, David, we don't eat takeaways a lot. You might have seen one of our Wingate videos where I actually explained that we had a friend. The reason we started shopping at Wingate was because we had a friend round one night and we ordered from a local Chinese takeaway, all vegan, and he was like, "You do know you can get all this at Wingate, don't you?" And that's why we started shopping at Wingate, for that very reason. So it's very rare for us to have a takeaway, isn't it? Now and again, we'll have a takeaway from Lily's in Ashton, but only now and again.
Yeah. Yeah, because when all said and done, it would purely be a convenience thing, wouldn't it? Because it's actually very nice to go down and eat in at Lily's. Tracy, it's absolutely delightful. It's gorgeous. It's just what I needed. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we had these before. We have, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have.
Of course, Adam. Yeah. Always great. Always great. Cheers, David, for the kind words. Oh, yeah, this is going down a treat. So, the reason why I mentioned at the start, and some of you I know already know this, that this evening is mildly celebratory, aside from the fact that we got rid of the Tories. Today, this very day, we got a new car. We got a Nissan Qashqai. So that's a nice little thing to celebrate as well, you know. Very, very happy. And thanks to the fam for the help.
Think you can take what we want. I like it.
Indeed.
So, has anyone seen all that new stuff on Twitter from the young girl called Michelle, who was 13 when Epstein and Trump raped her?
Oh, wow.
Has anyone seen that? No, there seems to be a lot of Trump supporters in the chat tonight who I keep blocking because I'm like, just don't come here. You support Trump or the Tories. Not interested in anything you've got to say.
Yeah.
Court documents that were pulled 4 days before the election in 2020, fully outlining what Trump did to a 13-year-old and a 12-year-old. Go read them. Then tell me you still support the man, because that'll tell us everything we need to know about you, like we know already, really.
Sickos.
Disgusting.
Sickos. The world's evolving. Some people are going to get left behind. You know what I mean? Onwards and upwards.
Flanny, the new vehicle, does have a name. His name is Quentin.
Their name?
Well, we're trying to figure. I don't know.
It's difficult.
Cars have always been females to us, but as soon as we got in this one, I was like, this is a boy. And his name's Quentin.
Quentin the Qashqai.
But I think they might be trans. So there you go.
That's the vibe, innit? That's the vibe.
And they were a family car, and now they're like really excited to be with, you know, such loud queers and drag queens.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Indeed. Rock and roll. Great sound system. Few nice excuse me. Frog in my throat. Not literally, of course.
That'd be horrible.
Just a turn of phrase. You know, we're vegan. Where was I? Yeah, great sound system. A few mod cons. Definitely a step up from the Kia, and a lovely panoramic sunroof, which is delightful. I know it's not the be all and end all when it comes to purchasing a vehicle. I know that, but it's a lovely welcomed addition. Nice one, Tony. Yeah, we're very happy. We're very happy. It's a wonderful thing. It's going to make our lives a little bit easier. A bigger vehicle.
Linda, yes, there is room for Gemini and my husband's hairdos. Thank goodness.
Some of the hairdos, not all.
Some of them.
Not all. I don't think. Well, let's put it this way: when the Vegan Queens did the Viva campaign down in London, the wigs wouldn't fit in a London caddy. You know, in a London, and there's quite a lot of headroom in a classic black cab. No, it was hard work, let me tell you.
Call themselves Christians, Tracy. Unbelievable, isn't it? Stand by a man that they know has done things like that and call themselves Christians.
Yeah, well said, Tracy. Well said.
If there was a Christ, he would be appalled at you.
Yeah, yeah. Live and let live. You know, it's a well-coined phrase, but in 2024 more than ever before, we need it. Oh, Suzanne, thank you for commenting.
Suzanne, I love that your name is Unthank, because there's a group called The Unthanks. The Unthanks. Look them up on YouTube. There's a song called The King of Rome. It broke us.
Yeah.
It's about a pigeon. Beautiful song.
Stunning. Yeah. I shed a tear. I don't mind saying. I shed a tear. Well, the chat is thick and fast this evening. We've got 124 in the house. Thank you all for being here and for joining us. I will just shout out the obligatory, if you haven't already, quick reminder. It would be wonderful if you would be so kind as to give the live stream a thumbs up, even though we are just sat here chatting and stuffing our faces. But, you know, we're getting famous now, and clearly this is why, you know, we've got this unprecedented number of morons that seem to they're drawn to us. They love us. They must love us.
It's right-wingism in general. Don't forget, right-wing people. Sorry, but most of you are hateful, constantly angry, despise the left, call everything woke without ever being able to define what woke is.
Yeah.
You're all cut from the same cloth. Pathetic cloth.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like the term pathetic cloth.
Pathetic cloth.
Pathetic cloth. Yeah. I feel like I want to kind of hold on to that for something in the future. Like maybe a song title or even a lyric within a song. Pathetic cloth. Yeah. There's something in that. I like it. Yeah. Smashing this. This is absolutely gorgeous, babes. Thank you so much for slaving over a hot stove. I've finished my wine, I've smashed it. I've smashed most of my water. All my water's gone. All my wine's gone. My meal's nearly gone. Nice one, Tony. Yeah. It's been a pretty full-on weekend, to be honest with you, and I'll tell you why it's been a bit of a full-on weekend.
This is gorgeous, by the way.
It's lovely. It's the Chianti. We've had it before, but this Chianti from no, we've had it a few times. This one from Tesco's. It's £6, and it's a really nice, really nice.
It really
red.
is. It's lovely, and it goes well with food. No, it's Tesco, Tony. This one, Tesco.
Would you mind holding my glass
Oh,
as
I'm
well?
so sorry, darling.
Thank you. Jackie, we feel for you. We feel for you. I do often, honestly, I often say this when we talk, obviously off camera and sometimes on camera. We often acknowledge that there's a whole bunch of people that live in America who are just like us in many, many ways, and are even closer to that, all of that, than we are. And it must be pretty horrible at times. So we really do empathise.
Just always remember, the hateful people just happen to be the loudest, with no filters. That's why you hear them more.
Yeah. Yeah, damn right.
Alex, they did have a little, but Jason smashed.
I'm never going to live that down, am I?
Nope.
It's the first time in my life that I've done that, ever. I was mortified. Dropping a bottle of wine in the supermarket. Have you ever done it? Or is it just me? Oh. Flanny. You know what? Honestly, if you saw me sometimes pouring wine, fits and starts. I don't know what it is. Here's the weird thing. Totally random comment now. When it's a screw top, yeah, no problems. Almost perfect every time. A cork bottle, for some reason, drippage all the time. I have no idea why. I don't know.
Oh, not in the parking lot, Jackie.
Oh, that's worse because
when
you
you're
paid
at the
for
store,
it.
Innit? And
You paid for it then.
I know.
That is the worst. At least in store, it was like I actually thought they might. I genuinely, for a second, I was like, they're probably going to charge me for this, and I would have paid it.
But the manager just said, "You're bad."
Jokingly, thankfully, northern humour. Oh, yeah. Robin, I dropped a jar of sun-dried tomatoes in Costco. Embarrassing.
Robin, did you own up to it or did you run away? You don't know what to do in a situation like that, do you? It's like, what do I do? Do I walk away or do I stand here looking guilty until a member of staff sees me? Especially in Costco, because there's not usually a lot of staff walking around in Costco, is there?
Big place, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Cheers, Craig. Thanks for that. Oh, Tracy. Sometimes things do just jump off the shelves. That is very true. Sometimes they just randomly jump off the shelves into your trolley or basket, occasionally on the floor.
Oh, Jordan's making a Punjabi curry as I'm watching you. Does it have potato and peas in it?
Ooh, nice one, Jaden.
We've had, Jaden, sorry. We've had Punjabi samosas from Lily's. Oh, they're beautiful. Big chunks of potato and peas in there. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's quality. Evening, Richard. Thank you for popping in. Hey, well, I'm thinking about it as well. Controversially, you know what we watched last night? We watched Big Trouble in Little China. I used to love it. Having rewatched it last night, I'm like, yeah, it's all right. It's not as good as I remember it. Paul, not a fan.
Hate it.
Hate it? I mean, it's such a strong word.
I think it's a terrible movie. I said to you, I'm glad we watched it again because I know now never to watch it again. And it's such a shame because Kurt Russell and Kim Cattrall, I love them both. I just think it's badly written, badly directed. I don't like the music in it. The story doesn't make any sense. It's just rubbish.
There you
Well,
go.
that's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Actually, that sounds like you've dropped a lot of things in supermarkets for you to know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, good shout, Craig. Yeah, totally agree with you on that front.
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Good, sir. Yeah. Possibly one of the greatest fight scenes in any film ever.
It's certainly one of the longest.
Just so good. So good. Brilliant film. Good shout out, Craig. Good shout out on that one. Yeah. Holly, thank you for being here from all the way from Sacramento. My last spud.
Well, do you want a couple more? Because I'm really getting full.
Yeah?
I wouldn't mind I gave you more anyway. But it's quite filling. I forget there's bread in them.
Yeah. Wendy says, when's your next holiday, guys? Going anywhere nice? I was going to say vegan camp out, but I don't technically know if we could class that as a holiday. It's a kind of holiday, I suppose, of sorts. But nothing planned as yet for later on in the year. Although we may, well, we're hoping very much so to get back to Beck Hall this year. Fingers crossed for September, maybe sometime. Oh, Tracy subbed to Paramount and started watching Star Trek Discovery. Good on you. I really hope you're enjoying it, because we absolutely love Discovery. We loved it, all of it.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave bits.
Why?
And I never leave bits.
Well, why don't you just
Because I'm full.
Leave your plate there for a minute, and I'll see how I get on.
I will. I will,
love. Absolutely, Ashley. Yeah.
Ah, Andy, thank you, love.
Cheers, Andy. Thank you so much, and good evening. Good evening, good sir.
Very good evening. Yes, that was gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely was. Is. Oh, well, that's good, David.
Lime Regis, where is that, David? I've heard of it, but where is it?
Yeah, my geography's terrible.
I know Bognor Regis. I lived there for 2 years.
Is it lime or lim? I don't even know.
I think it's lime, because there's an E on the end.
Oh.
It's in Dorset.
Ah.
Lovely jubbly.
Oh, delightful.
Leave the World Behind is a fantastic film.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I love that monologue Julia Roberts does. Just love it. I fucking hate people. Oh, is it? Ah, so I wonder if Regis is a South Coast specific name, because Bognor Regis is South Coast as well, West Sussex. So I wonder. Oh, Robin, the great films though. Is it Toy Story 2 where the doll sings When She Loved Me?
Oh.
I can't handle that. I can't handle that.
If I remember rightly, seeing something about the making of the film, I think most of the team that were responsible for it couldn't handle it either.
No. Well, they said they were going to make it shorter, didn't they? And then they were like, no, it needs to be the full song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful song. Yeah, right, enjoyed that, but I'm stuffed at rafters.
You know what? I'm pretty full myself, to be honest with you.
Well,
yeah. Yeah. It's all good. I've had me fill, and it's been delightful.
When she loved me.
Absolutely, David. Share away. Hi, Kirsty. Thank you for being here. Why?
And in this spinning world, when I see you again, I hope you still know what makes the
Angela. That sounds fantastic.
Love.
Wonderful.
It's the light inside your heart.
Paul just singing in the background there.
Sorry.
Oh, I hope you have a nice dinner, Jackie. And thank you for your kind words.
And in this spinning world.
Oh, Athena, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, that's really appreciated.
I hope you still know what makes the heart grow. Love is the light inside your heart.
Oh, Jenny, that's lovely as well. You know what I think it is? Jenny's saying, I'm 66 in August. And I love Disney films because Mum and Dad took me to see them at cinemas. They're both gone now. Jenny, your comment had just made me think about something. I think, you know, all the people who are like really hateful in the world and like attack other people for absolutely no reason. I think those are the people who are no longer in touch with their child heart. Do you know what I mean by that? They've lost that. They've lost that magic. I think that, just to be a bit sad and deep and meaningful for a second, I think that might play a part in it all, you know. Adam, good sir. Yes. Thank you for the support, mate. Seriously. Thank you. You're a legend. 20. So it's longer than that, of course, isn't it? It's a lot longer than that. Remember that time when I accidentally blocked you or banned you or something? I can't remember what it was. You know, it was. I know you don't believe me, but it was genuinely unintentional.
Why didn't you read Athena's comments? Were you embarrassed?
I highlighted it so all could see. Thank you once again, Athena. Thank you so much.
Thank you, darling.
Oh, right, enjoyed that.
It was nice, that wasn't
Yeah.
it? It was a night. It was light. It was summery. It was filling enough.
Highlight Ashley's comment.
Yeah.
We did. I'll be honest with you. Paul was contemplating. I hope you don't mind me saying this. Paul was contemplating noodle soup.
I was, and Jay was very worried about eating it on camera.
Very worried. This elevation thing, you know, that we have going on for the mukbang. I don't know whether the two things would work together, you know. But maybe one day, who knows?
Look for the light.
But yeah, Ashley, you're absolutely right.
Still burning bright.
It's funny, isn't it? It's funny. It's funny, and it's also slightly scary. Slightly scary that, you know, people, they feel so emboldened, don't they, sat in front of the computers. Do you know what I mean? We're the majority, by the way. So when shit goes down, just saying, when you're not sat in front of your computer anymore, and when shit goes down, we're the majority. Just so you're aware of that. And I'll leave it at that. Like I said,
cried at Cats, the musical film. Never seen that. I was warned against it by so many people.
Yeah, so many. Didn't Stuart say he'd watched it just out of morbid curiosity?
I think so, and they said it was abysmal.
Linda, yes, maybe we need some new system that's a bit more sturdy. I did threaten a while back. I'm going back to last year now. We've got a lot on. We're busy guys. I did threaten to try and you know, hone my carpentry skills and create some kind of mukbang table, but it hasn't happened as yet. You know, it's all good anyway. Oh, David. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Cat's not a bad movie.
Unfortunately, David, by and large, it comes from fear, because cisgender, heterosexual, white men have always run everything, and whenever that's threatened, tiny little bit, they can't handle it. And their minions, who the guys that they love and support, wouldn't shit on them, wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire and they were bursting. They see them as that low. They're like, my God, he is my God. So
yeah,
it's very sad.
On the nose, on the absolute nose, right there. It's a bit like Musk lovers.
Adam, I don't think the end of Voyager will break. I was actually disappointed that it didn't break me. So that tells you something. But that now, having watched it a couple of times, I'm like, no, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It was the perfect ending.
Yeah. Good on you, dude, though. Good on you. I hope it's been a real journey for you. Cheers for the reminder, David. Yes. 126 in the house. A few more thumbs up on the live stream. Always gratefully appreciated. Helps us get to the top of YouTube. Helps us attract more trolls.
It sure is, Ashley. They'll all be having a little circle jerk over there tonight. Oh, we said some stuff. Oh. Okay, Brian.
I'll just say what I said before. We're the majority. You're the minority. And I also add a little extra, just a little bit of salt and pepper to the mix. You're so pathetic that you have to get funding to get bots to fight your arguments. So a lot of the negativity that we see online isn't even a human being. It's a paid for bot account. You sad, sad losers. There we go. Get off my soapbox now. Like I said, I get rattled. I get rattled sometimes by horrible, horrible people that still exist in the world. Anyway, moving on. Bit more wine, good sir?
Oh, God, yes.
Yes.
Saturday night. Of course.
Oh yeah, Kirsty. Let's talk about the weather. It's an English institution. We had hailstone. Was it yesterday? Yesterday we had hailstone.
Yeah.
Yeah. July.
Here's something. Apparently last year over summer we had 40 days of rain. This year they've said that's going to be at least 10 more. 50 days of rain over summer. 40 days and 40 nights. Sorry about that. 40 days and 40 nights.
It was originally a hymn, though.
Come and gone. All the world is dead and drowned. Still the rain goes on.
Kirsty, absolutely, absolutely. It's balmy. It's balmy, as we say sometimes.
Holly, what is that in centigrade?
It's like 20.
Let me tell you, by the way, I do not get Fahrenheit.
No,
I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
It scares me a little bit.
I don't understand it.
It's the distances between Celsius and Fahrenheit.
Weird. It
scares me a little
weird.
bit that I can't wrap my head around.
About 42.
Wow.
My God, Holly, that's like the hottest weather I've ever been in was 30 odd, 34, and we couldn't handle it. We both got really bad sunstroke. Sprinkling my dad's ashes in Tenerife that way.
That we were out on the open ocean though.
Yeah, I know, but even back on land it said 34. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's never been this hot.
Yeah.
Before, but it was later we went, wasn't it? Because usually we used to go to Tenerife in February.
It was May.
It was May.
Yeah.
Oh, it was hot. I don't know if I could handle 44.
What are you laughing at?
Athena. Fahrenheit is just really dramatic centigrade.
I missed that. Nice one. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's balmy. It's balmy. While we're on the subject, you know, it just is. It's going off all over the place, you know. It doesn't take a scientist, but you know.
Kirsty, that one hot day we had in the UK a couple of years ago. I'm very proud that I was actually a kid during the hottest summer. I think I'm sure it 1976, and it was so hot on my road where I was born. One of the pipes burst, and all kids were playing in the burst pipe, and it was the first time I was ever in the paper. Well, I saw myself in paper, and now look at me.
There you go.
First time I was ever in the paper.
Well, that just says it all, doesn't it?
The summer of 1976.
So we've got the Chronicle to blame, basically. Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Summer 2020 was hot. You know, the year we weren't allowed out.
Yeah.
And Adam, yeah, so
Spent a
true.
lot of time in our gardens though over that time, didn't we? The vegan queens did a show.
Yeah.
Line Pride.
Yeah, it was a belter.
In this very backyard.
It was a charity fundraising pride event, wasn't it?
And it was for George House Trust and Albert Kennedy Trust.
Yeah. Both very worthy causes. Absolutely. Yes. Well, hopefully, you know, whilst we're still on the subject, hopefully we will get a bit more summer.
Oh, Kirsty, we're the same age, love. I'm 55 and all.
A little scrolly. Just make sure we've not missed anything. I don't think we have. I think we've been pretty much on it tonight, haven't we, with chat. KH, it was 100 degrees Fahrenheit here in the Midwest. I know. Done better thinking about, does it?
Oh, Angela, wish me luck on Monday. I'm
reading my lines for the first time. I'm going to be a bossy playing card.
Oh, my lines. She's in a panto.
Ah!
Good luck, Angela.
Break a leg.
You'll kick its ass, girl.
As they say
You'll
in the
kick
trade.
its ass.
I still say firmly, and I stand by this, I don't think there is anything in the world quite as fulfilling as treading the boards, theatre, live theatre, acting, doing stuff on a stage. It's one of the most wonderful things that you can do if you are lucky enough to have the opportunity to do it. It's truly a marvellous thing. Oh.
I was a huge fan of Paul O'Grady, Lily Savage. I loved the character that they created. Loved her, loved him. Julian Clary, for a while, Julian Clary started as with the full makeup and everything, and and I remember reading an interview with him once, and he said he'd been on stage and he was doing his bit, and he heard someone in the front row say, "Oh, poor Love's forgot her wig," because they assumed Julian was a drag queen,
right?
Because they had a full sequined outfit on and full makeup,
right?
And he had to explain to them, "I'm not a drag queen.
Yeah,
this is me.
This is me." Yeah. I remember with Julian Clary, I remember seeing Julian Clary slightly before my time, only slightly though. I remember seeing a few scenes and snippets where he was absolutely cutting with the comments and some of the comebacks to audience members and things like that, in like when they were doing like the stand-up stuff.
I loved when he said, "I've just been round the back fisting Norman Lamont's big red box."
Yeah,
and that was it. He weren't on telly for about 2 years after that.
That was the punishment. Yeah. Just highly controversial, but in the best possible way. Yeah, great stuff.
Fisting through Norman Lamont's big red box.
Unacceptable at the time, and probably unacceptable now, to be fair. But yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. Love it.
Oh, excuse me.
Going back to off topic, in terms of going back to what we were chatting about before, because we always chat a little bit about what we're consuming in terms of media. The other night, we're going through a bit of a thing at the moment of like not wanting to take a chance on a film that's we think isn't going to be that great, because there's a lot of mediocre films out there at the moment. So sometimes it's like, let's just watch a film we know that's going to be good that we haven't seen for a while. And the other night we watched Night Mother, didn't we?
Oh God.
Night Mother.
God, it's good.
Such a good film. You've got to be in the right mood for it because it's dealing with some heavy stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of humour in there as well.
It started off as a play.
Yeah.
By Marsha Norman. But the film, two of my powerhouse actresses, Sissy Spacek and Anne Bancroft.
Oh, chef's kiss.
They are incredible together. David loved Kenny F. Everett. Kenny Everett got me through the 80s. And it was all done in the best possible sense.
Yeah.
Loved him.
Yeah.
Loved him.
I kind of feel a little bit gutted that I kind of missed out a little bit on the whole kind of Kenny Everett movement,
I'm going to have rather than keep going over there, I'm having a little bit of a vape. And if you don't like vaping, shut your ears for a minute.
There you go, Adam. Yes, good sir. Yes. Keep going back to the classics. Hellraiser. Never watched it. Well, hope you enjoy it, mate. Hope you enjoy it. But that's the point, innit? That's the point. I think our next horror that we're looking forward to
was brilliant.
Is A Quiet Place. I think that's the next horror that I'm looking forward to watching anyway. I think that's going to be great. A Quiet Place. Day one. Yeah. I think that, from what I've seen of the trailer, I think that is going to be absolutely brilliant. But also, just to...
David is a year older.
Just to play devil's advocate, we were talking about this the other week as well. Let's just get into this for a second. Okay. Specifically horror films. Okay. Different things scare different people. And I'm not easily scared. And it's very, very specific things that scare me. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're in a similar box when it comes to that. So just because a horror film doesn't scare me doesn't mean that I hate it or I dislike it. But I do think there's a lot of laziness around when it comes to kind of rinsing and repeating the same styles, the same music, sound effects, storylines, settings. Yeah.
Kirsty, I highlighted your comment. I loved Dick Emery so much. Do you know who else I loved when I was a kid? Stanley Baxter. Not a lot of people remember Stanley Baxter. He did a lot of drag as well in his comedy show. Loved him. But Dick Emery, you are awful. But I like you.
What, you mean there was drag in the 80s?
Loads of it.
I thought just because people are kicking off so much about it now, like I thought it was a new thing. Like,
dude, these are the same people that stood outside Universal Studios when Robin Williams played Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire, of course.
Pervert, creamer, oh!
All that,
Didn't they?
all that.
Obviously, clearly they did.
To be fair though, in the UK, I think we've always been a little bit ahead of the game, haven't we? We're a little bit ahead of the game when it comes to the vegan thing, and I think we're a little bit ahead of the game when it comes to LGBTQIA stuff. That's not to say that there aren't still battles to fight, because there absolutely are. What we alluded to before with the new government.
Dorcas, Danny was my first. Here's the thing. Danny LaRue was not a drag queen. Danny LaRue was a female impersonator. And he made me want to be a female impersonator. And here we are.
There we go, indeed.
Down with this sort of thing. I still want to walk through the streets with the banner saying that, like I've seen people do.
Yeah. I mean, I think people who are a little bit intolerant in society and struggle a little bit, I think we have an advantage that like I was raised on like Rick Mail and Ed Edmondson and Bottom and Red Dwarf and Brass Eye, Chris Morris and satire, and just pointing out the ridiculousness of the world. And I think when you're exposed to that at quite a young age, it helps you, doesn't it, a little bit? And I think maybe that's a bit lacking these days, that we haven't got that.
Do you know who else I loved and very few people talk about, and I hope more people remember? Hinge and Bracket. They were brilliant. You never saw Hinge and Bracket, did you?
Nope.
Drag queens.
Right. I think you might have shown
very, very proper.
Yeah, you might have shown
One of them wore a little monocle, and they were proper ladies.
Yeah, I think I might have seen a couple of clips.
They were ever so funny.
Here and there, here and there. That was Adam. That was like a special. That was like a special one-off that got a lot of complaints, unfortunately. But I mean, I can understand to a certain extent, But again, it's satire. You got to have a bit of a brain.
They've had a hinge. Darling. They were fabulous.
That's great, Ashley. Yeah.
There's a lot of drag in the 80s, actually. When you think about it, Hinge and Bracket, Danny LaRue.
Yeah, big time. Well, I mean, the 80s was just an amazing time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It'd been an amazing time for acceptance, for everybody to just live their best lives, do whatever and be whatever they wanted to be.
Yeah, David, I remember seeing something. Was it this year or was it a couple of years ago? But yeah, one of them died, didn't they?
Yes, nice one, Flanny.
We've got the DVDs of Brass Eye, haven't we?
Yeah. Because we just don't get that anymore. And it'll never happen again.
Alex, yes, totally love Dame Edna.
Yeah. And thank you for mentioning Dame Edna, because in this conversation, it would have been rude to not include Dame Edna.
Yeah, she was great.
Most definitely.
He's died now, hasn't he? Barry Humphries.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, do you remember that awful? I loved Dame Edna, but there was that politician character he did that were always pouring with spit, great big teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember what he was called. Horrible. Such a good actor though. Barry Humphries.
Yeah,
Brilliant actor.
Legit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, David. You know what? Whenever I think of Kenneth Williams, it always makes me really sad, though, because his private life was a
Les
mess.
Patterson. Dorcas, you're on the ball, you kid. Hello, possum. Hello, darling.
Yeah. Kenneth Williams, incredibly talented. So talented. But yeah, I had a really difficult personal life from what as far as I'm aware, anyway, from what I've seen and what I've read.
Billy Connolly is thankfully still going.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, we've had some cracking acts in this country, some classic characters.
It's an institution.
Really, really good characters, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've, again, I go back to what I said before, I think we've really cemented our place in the world here in the UK as being
Myra Dubois.
bastions.
Why do I know that name? I know that name. Why do I know that name?
Angela saw Julian Clary in the Fallen Angel pub in Islington. Fabulous. Da Vinci, sorry, just going back to your question before, by the way, in relation to the Green candidacy stuff. That was local elections a while back. It's all done and dusted now, mate. All done and dusted.
Yeah, you pulled away, didn't you?
Yeah, I've pulled away a little bit from it at the moment. And I think, to be honest with you,
it's too much.
It's a lot. It's a heck of a lot. Like way more than you would ever imagine. Like WhatsApp messages at like midnight, like barrages. Like I'll spit my phone up, having not checked it for like half an hour, and there's like 35 messages. Like, it's too much.
Yeah.
You've got to, if you're gonna go into that line of work, you've got to be 100% of your life has got to be committed to that. So yeah, happy for those people to do it. And I'll be brutally honest with you as well, having got a little bit closer to it all, not pointing fingers, because it's the same across all of politics, a huge amount of ego, like, and infighting, and like, yeah, it's troublesome. It's troublesome. The best thing that any politician can do is bring people together and work towards a common goal, rather than like saying, I want to fixate on this one thing. It's never going to work.
Go and look at Rishi Sunak's Twitter. The last couple of weeks, all he's done is attack Labour.
Really?
He hasn't done anything. Here's what we will do, which is very much like the Republicans in America, spending so much time talking about how if the Liberals stand in our way, there'll be blood. And it's like, okay, what will you do though? What will you do? What good will you do for the American people?
Adam said it there. It's an allotment committee times 100.
Yeah.
Good point, mate. Good point. Yeah, it takes a certain kind of person, regardless of, this is an apolitical statement, because if I'm perfectly honest, I view it in a similar way across all parties and all politics. It takes a specific type of person to go into politics as a career path. Take that as you will.
Dorcas, I do think it's because of our history of pantomime, because pantomime's always been huge in the UK, hasn't it? And no pantomime is complete without a dame.
Yeah, yeah, big time, big time. Yeah. The American version of pantomime, of course, being WWE. Tongue in cheek. I love WWE. Please don't take offense. But it is the American form of pantomime with some incredible athletes. Like, absolutely incredible.
Do you remember that? What's he called? Louis Theroux.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Did anybody ever see the Louis Theroux episode? We're pulling from the history books here now. But did anybody ever see the episode of Louis Theroux where he went to the what was then WWF, I think it's now WWE, sort of like training camp, and he was really taking the mickey out of them a little bit, and they took it the wrong way. They made him work out until he was
sick.
Physically sick. But yeah, they were not impressed by him and his English tongue-in-cheek attitude to them.
Can I just tell you, by the way, I'm on pink lemonade vape liquid. Oh, it's nice.
Not sponsored.
It's proper nice. No, well, I think I didn't mention the company that make it.
No, I know.
There's loads.
I was joking, obviously. Just scrolling up, just to check we've not missed anything. Ah, Barbara. Barbara's joined us. Thank you for being here, Barbara.
Oh, Myra Dubois, she's a drag queen, isn't she? Oh, I think I've seen some clips of her. She's got blonde hair. She's very, very good at the banter. I'm sure that's her. I've seen some clips of her online. She's brilliant. She's really kind of like good with the bants, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam Sowett. Yeah. Yeah. I think anybody who's a fan of Louis Theroux has probably got a memory of that particular episode that he did. Great guy, a great interviewer, done some fantastic stuff over the years.
Alex, we've watched a little bit of Little Britain, but never Come Fly With Me, have we?
Not that I'm aware of.
No.
David, I think some do and some don't in terms of our humour.
I played a dame once at college. Dame Nellie in Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. It wasn't, you know what? It wasn't just that Dame Nellie was incredible and that the pantomime was incredible and it was just a wonderful experience all round. It was also, if I'm not mistaken, if memory serves, a little bit of kind of breaking down barriers as well with Barry. And
yeah.
You know, somebody who was like a butch, very straight, heterosexual, muscly guy, kind of being a little bit threatened by the femininity, but by not long into it, was you were best mates.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
And we still are.
Beautiful
whenever
thing.
I see him in Oldham.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, David. Yeah.
I'm done.
Lord Stephen Regal. Yeah, I was a big wrestling fan back in the day, and then I discovered MMA and UFC, and now I've gone off UFC because it's an absolute mess. And I don't have wrestling or UFC. I might go back to wrestling again, to be honest. I might start watching American wrestling again. I think it's a lot more fun than the malarkey and the ridiculousness that UFC has become.
Sharon, we're almost ready for Vegan Camp Out.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of planning and preparation over the last few weeks, hasn't there?
Got a lot of rehearsing to do for, well, Gemini and Miasma have a lot of rehearsing to do, I should say. And you.
But exclusive. I've got me set. I know what songs I'm playing on Sunday night at Vegan Camp Out. I'll say no more right now, but I've got 6 songs, all originals.
Lanny, I've highlighted that. I'm not reading. I won't read it. I'll leave it there for everyone to read.
Excellent.
Just for a minute, of course.
Excellent. Excellent stuff. Well, shall we have just a spot more, a little smidgen of wine, and then we'll start winding up. Yeah. David
Randy Couture
absolutely
was my favorite UFC fighter ever.
Absolutely.
What an absolute gentleman that guy was.
We've
beautiful human
being. The UFC's lost a lot over the years,
and Conor McGregor did it.
Well, it's not just Conor McGregor.
Well,
he's a big part of it.
He was the troublemaker, and it was because of White's acceptance of him.
It wasn't just Dana White; it's the UFC as an organisation as a whole.
Dana White owns.
Yeah, I know.
If he'd have said he's out, he'd have been out.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. but it was already on the way down even before. It had already changed. Like those fighters, those fighters that had that something about them, all of that seemed to go. I don't know whether it might have even been a generational thing.
Yeah.
It may have even been a generational thing.
Yeah, because we watched it for a lot of years.
Yeah, that's not to say I'm not.
Almost all our years of being together. We haven't watched it since Conor McGregor and a bunch of guys turned up at some UFC training thing and started throwing fences in a coach.
Yeah,
metal fences, and somebody got glass in their eye, and then I was like, right, he's done for. That's him out of UFC.
No,
and it wasn't.
It was a little bit like,
I was like, okay, then that's us out of UFC.
It was a little bit like, you know, when they stage stuff in WWE, and we all know it's staged. Hence, what I alluded to before, tongue in cheek about American pantomime. There's certain stage stuff in American wrestling, and that's fine, and we all know it, and it's great. This wasn't. People got injured, and it just carried on as if nothing had happened, really, didn't it?
Yeah,
and that said a lot about how UFC had changed and devolved, in my humble opinion, as somebody who was a fan for many, many years. And I know there's plenty of people out there who feel the same. And this is not a diss on the fighters that are currently fighting in UFC, because I'm sure many of them are absolutely brilliant, respectful, wonderful people. But yeah, it changed. It changed.
David says, question, you both did weight training, old vids. Do you do, or did you do boxing? Yes, I did.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I was with a club in Oldham called Gallagher Boys. From, I think, 11 to 13. I think 11 to 13. And I won everything because I'm a really good boxer. And then I was like, I don't like this. It's horrible. I'm hitting people.
It's good.
So I kind of pulled away from it and embraced my gayness.
Yeah,
down on the gay scene. But yeah, I was quite a good boxer.
And for me, I studied over several years judo, aikido, and kung fu, karate as well. So yeah, we're both pretty handy when we need to be.
Yeah, I have had to suppress my parts of my masculinity. There was a period. I'll tell you this about myself. This will tell you a lot about me. From 19 to 22 ish, I got banned from every single gay pub and club in Manchester for fighting.
Scum. Absolute scum.
I think I don't know what was going on with me. I was very jealous of my slut boyfriend at the time.
Not me.
No.
I might just let's put that out there. Jeez, let's clear that one up right away.
Not him.
Da Vinci, always appreciate that you are interested in my music, like genuinely appreciative. In terms of my music at the moment, I'm kind of focusing on Vegan Camp Out, because performing at Vegan Camp Out is going to be the first time that I've properly performed live in front of people with my guitar and the full shebang since before the pandemic. So I'm focusing on Vegan Camp Out, which is coming up soon, honing my skills, and then we'll see what comes after that. Thanks for asking, buddy. Yeah, David, Bruce Lee, absolute legend, one of my all-time favorite people.
Oh, I do have to say now, by the way, because I think it's very good.
No, I just want to say I've got one of Bruce Lee's quotes tattooed on my arm here. That's how much I absolutely adore his philosophy, his outlook on life, what he did for equality as well, and his kung fu and his what he did for martial arts within cinema. Outstanding.
Now I have to say, regardless of my past and I mean, the boxing was a sport and I really enjoyed it as a sport. But the fighting in the pubs and the nightclubs, that was just my testosterone kicking in, I suppose. And then I realised I'm a lover, not a fighter. However, if I need to fight,
it's good to know, isn't it, that you've got that to fall back on.
Absolutely.
I think we've touched on this before, haven't we? It's that whole thing of, and I'm sure many of you in our wonderful community that are on the live, still 106 in the house, thank you for sticking around. I think a lot of you in the community will recognize this as well, that a lot of the time when you're out there in the big wide world, many people that you stumble across or come into in your life, come into contact with, they mistake your kindness, your empathy, your vulnerability for weakness,
which is stupid.
Terrible mistake to make. And I think people do that with us an awful lot of the time.
I think some of the strongest people in the world are the quietest and the most loving.
Yeah.
But then if you cross them, they will kick your ass.
Yeah.
To some tune.
Yeah.
They don't want to, but you've made them. They have to.
Yeah. That's just it, innit? Do you know what I mean? Oh no, Holly's literally got minutes left because the power's gone out, which means the internet's next.
Oh, Holly.
No worries, David. Thank you for asking interesting questions. And we always, us, we're an open book for the most part. We, thank you for checking out some of our previous vlogs as well. The backlog
has become our most prolific viewer and our absolute best commenter.
You get a double salute, David. A double salute from me.
We truly appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. We appreciate it. We really do. We appreciate the support. Nearly had a full bottle of wine between us. You can tell my speech is going. We appreciate the support. We're quite vocal about it, but we really do appreciate the support, particularly when we occasionally get the negativity that comes into the channel. But I guess that reminds us that, of the real world that we're living in. Now and again, that bubble gets pierced by a moron.
Jason glitched a bit there. Love you too, brother. Don't forget it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have another puff.
Damn right, Sharon.
Even though I've got one.
I'm going to highlight that. Absolutely perfect. Yeah. That's just it, isn't it? So what is everybody doing whilst we slowly finish our wine and start to wrap up things? What is everybody doing after the live stream? Because we are going to probably go on boringly and predictably. We're going to go and watch an episode of DS9 and then probably watch an episode or two of Star Trek Prodigy, which we are absolutely loving at the moment. No spoilers. But Barbara, thanks for the reminder. Yeah, a couple more thumbs up and we will hit 100, which is always a joy, when that happens. Oh, and Linda. Thank you, Linda, as well, for the reminder.
Same time as me, Adam, in my early 20s. Oh, it was the booze with me.
There you go.
It was the booze with me. It really was. It was the booze.
I think it's you finding.
And I know that.
You're finding your way in the world in your early 20s, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
People say you're finding your way in the world as a teenager, but I think there's kind of like two stages. There's being a teenager, and then there's late teens into your early 20s when you're kind of going out and socializing and drinking and doing all the adulting things that you do in your early 20s. It's another section of your life, isn't it? Understandable, really.
I need to go away for a minute because I want people to know. Oh, come on.
You want people to know what?
I want people to know why we've been saying day by day.
Well, you've said it. I've not said anything. I doubt anybody would have even noticed if you hadn't have said it again. If anyone's unaware, Paul is just looking for something. He's just opened another tab, so I can't see anything now, just momentarily. It's not there, is it? It's so rare and obscure. It's not even there.
Ah, it's because I wrote it wrong. It's love is the light inside your heart. Right, I'm gonna tell you about this. So let me tell you about this, right? Years ago, I used to go out with a guy called Gary, who lived in Bolton. If you're ever watching, Gary, I love. And we used to hire videos with those days from Video Store, and we hired this cartoon version of Pinocchio, and there's a song in it which I love. The song itself is beautiful, but the thing that she says before the song is so annoying, especially when she says day by day.
It doesn't sound like that. I've just heavily exaggerated it. I have a tendency to do that now and again.
It's almost like that. If you have the time and the inclination, watch the song. Honestly, the song is beautiful.
It's a lovely song.
It is.
Yeah.
Don't look. Whatever you do, don't look. But the song is beautiful, honestly.
I'm gonna scroll back up to make sure we didn't miss anything whilst you were searching things. What are people doing after the live stream? Oh, bless. Yeah.
It's the light inside your heart.
Athena's eating late. Fake steak, chips, all the trimmings. Fabulous.
Nice.
Ah, totally get that, Adam, dude. Totally get that. Going back to what we were saying before. Yeah.
Adam, I was a very jealous guy as well, but I was also with a lying, cheating bastard.
Yeah, you was, weren't you? Which doesn't help things, really, does it?
No.
Ah, nice one, Barbara.
8 years.
Oh, Tracy, that's ridiculous. Hope you get to have a reasonably chilled one anyway. Hey, nice one. Thanks for the update, Linda.
Oh,
thank you, everyone.
This is for Tracy and Leroy and Taylor.
Yes. Cheers. Yeah.
I'm glad I remembered.
Adam, Voyager or horror film? KH starting a video game. Gonna walk the dogs, just Will.
How many episodes have you got left, Adam? Are you on season 7 yet?
Yeah, you said before he was on season 7.
Whereabouts on season 7? Oh my god, season 7 kills me.
Oh, Dorcas, you will love it. You will absolutely love it, honestly. We are halfway through. It's 20 episodes. We're halfway through. No spoilers, but episode 9 and 10.
If you've seen the trailer, you already know who's in it.
You don't.
If you've seen the trailer
for this
Prodigy
season.
season 2, you already know who's in it. You already know.
You don't know who's in episode 9 and 10.
No.
No, that's what I just said.
But I mean, it's not spoilers saying that Doctor
it's just
Janeway.
Yeah, we'll just still keep it on the down low.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because they've been in the trailer. That's all I'm saying. Episodes 9 and 10, we both nearly shut our knickers.
That's one way of putting it. Right, I'm going to scroll down.
Oh, Dorcas. Great game. I've watched literally hundreds of hours of Jason playing that.
You helped me.
How I know?
Base building.
What was my favourite game called? Won't you be my boyfriend?
It was the Lord of the Rings.
Thanks for being.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Great games.
I loved it.
It's been great to chat with you all.
Adam, exactly. I found Jason, you found Emma. Yep, indeed. Indeed, my good man.
Definitely. JDW, shout out to Margie, who will apparently be watching later. So there you go. Shout out to Margie. All the best. Hope you are having a good time and living your best lives. Thanks, David, for the kind words. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thanks for getting us over 100. Really appreciated. Get rid of that. And we are all sorted, I think. Right there. Reasonably caught up. Some great chat tonight. Thanks to our wonderful community for keeping things positive when, let's face facts, the start of the live stream, ourselves and our wonderful
Ashley
mods,
had to jump in there before we'd even
had to do some tidying up.
Oh, but let me tell you this. This is clever. One of the trolls tonight did multiple posts and spelled the word faggot by using one letter each time. I have never seen any adult do that. Teenagers, yeah. But for an adult to do that, wow, I was impressed.
It's like Blockbuster.
Brilliant.
Or like play your cards right.
I mean, faggots come in gravy and I usually come in condoms, but...
Too much wine now. You took it to the gutter, haven't you? Took it to the gutter once again.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
You can always rely.
I'm sorry. So, yeah, a massive thank you to Ashley for holding the fort tonight. Made Adam laugh.
Yeah. Well, thankfully,
thanks, Ashley.
Most of you lovely people,
you're a legend,
that have stuck around. You know us. You've took the time to get to know us. We appreciate that. We really do. And we appreciate the thumbs up, the support, and most importantly, the interaction and the getting to know each other part. Do you know what I mean? We, to the best of our ability, get to know you a little bit through your comments, your questions. And we're lucky enough to have met some of you as well, which is magical and makes everything even more special, really. And you know who I'm talking about.
Funny. They may try spelling boobs on a calculator. Oh, dear.
That's the gold star comment for this evening. Well done. Well done. Right. Shall we wrap things up before it starts getting silly? We've had about 5 fake endings, I think, this evening. And we've been on a little longer than we intended. But that's because of all you fabulous folk, quite frankly.
Adam, we love you too, brother. You know that.
Yeah. Can't wait to catch up with those of you that were able to in the real world, face to face, later in the year. And to all of those wonderful people that are in the chat from all over the place, take care of yourselves. And let's try and remain as positive as we can and lift each other up when we can.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
Really, that's just a kind of Jason way of saying what Paul says at the end of every single vlog.
And to all those hateful people out there, if you ever fancy being nice, not even nice, just civil, and not hateful, you'll be more than welcome on this channel. But your hate will never be tolerated here, because we don't want to live in your world. Yeah. And you're not welcome in ours.
It's the only thing, really, that I hate is hate, funnily enough.
A bit like Madonna.
Yeah.
I hate hate.
Right, let's wrap things up.
Yes.
You've all been gorgeous, as always.
Yeah, we've had a lovely time. Thanks, guys. Thank you for joining us for our dinner. It's been a gorgeous chat tonight. We've talked about so much and loads of memories and loads of... And it really helps me to remember just how much drag has come from this country and how long it's come from this country.
Yeah.
Because I forget that sometimes, and I'm like, I'm standing on the shoulders of giants.
Yeah. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, RuPaul.
And I'm really happy for that. RuPaul's Drag Race isn't drag.
Let's go.
Lenny Savage said the same thing, and it's true. Right, thank you so much. Ashley, thank you, darling. Leanne, for popping in when you could. Everyone that's joined us this evening, it's been a gorgeous chat. Guys, never stop being you. You're beautiful. We love you. We'll see you again very soon. And until then, please, will you be excellent to yourselves and each other? I love you.
Love you. Mwah.
Love you. Bye, loves.